Yes, it's time to give in to the dark side. Give in to the spoilers of this movie. Alright, so I've never really done a spoiler review of a movie, and it's usually because it takes so much time to edit my reviews, so I usually just do just a regular review. I don't bother to do spoilers, but considering the fact that this is really the only movie I care to review this week, I really don't want to see Alvin and the Chipmunks, or Alvin and the Crap Monks as I like to call it, or Shitmonks. And I do not care to see Sisters. I'm not hearing good things about that movie. Basically, that's the movie your girlfriend would drag you to see while you're really wishing you would rather see Star Wars instead. That's basically what that movie is. Sisters, I hear, is a rental, while Chipmunks is more for kids and has a lot of bad humor in it. This movie is really excellent. Let's talk about the spoilers here. This movie starts out with Poe Dameron, Oscar Isaac, giving information to our little droid, BB-8. Does that sound familiar to you? Yeah, it's very much New Hope here, because that's like taking it right out of New Hope, because that's what Princess Leia does, New Hope. She gives the plans of the Death Star to R2-D2. What happens is Luke Skywalker has vanished. He tried to start a whole new order of Jedi, but he fails when one of his apprentices kills that order and joins up with the new Empire, the First Order. Luke Skywalker goes into hiding. He gives some of the map of what leads to him to R2-D2, who goes asleep, and BB-8 has the other half of the map. Poe Dameron knows where BB-8 is. He gets captured by the First Order. Kylo Ren is trying to get the information out of him. We find out that Kylo Ren, very much in the beginning of this movie, practically, that he is Han Solo and Leia's son. That was a little shocking, but I remember from one of the Star Wars Expanded Universe books that Leia and Han Solo's son did turn to the dark side, so they must have taken that from the Expanded Universe and put that into this new villain. That kind of makes sense. And Adam Driver is really good as this villain. He really does a great job. I like him when he gets mad and whips out his lightsaber and trashes the computer screens. That's kind of funny. I was expecting him to kill somebody when he gets mad, like Vader does, but no, he just goes nuts with his lightsaber. That actually makes sense that he does that, because he's not totally trained with the dark side yet. Poe Dameron gets help escaping from the First Order from our defective stormtrooper, Finn, played by John Boyega, and that's not his original name. His original name is some serial number. I forget what the serial number is, but it's the first parts of his stormtrooper serial number is FINN. So Poe Dameron says, "Oh, screw that, I'm just going to call you Finn." Finn says, "Oh, I like that, Finn." They instantly become friends, and their chemistry is really good. Everybody's chemistry is so good in this movie. Finn has such great chemistry with Daisy Ridley when they meet too, and they're so good together. It's great to see Leia and Han Solo again. Their chemistry is great together as well. Great to see Han Solo back with Chewbacca. Their chemistry is great. It was kind of funny seeing C-3PO too, this time with a red arm. That's kind of funny. Something must have happened to C-3PO's arm within the 30 years for him to have a replacement. Let's talk about Supreme Leader Snoke. I actually like this villain. A couple people who don't like the way the fact that the CGI stands out, and the fact that he's not as good as the Emperor. But I don't really mind that. I think it gives him his own little identity. And Andy Serkis does a very good job playing this villain. I thought he did very good in this role. Simon Pegg is in this movie as a junk dealer, I think, who is selling stuff to Daisy Ridley's character, Ray. And I had to look that up to find out who was Simon Pegg's character. I knew Simon Pegg was going to be in there somewhere, I just didn't know where. And I look it up and I find out it's this alien junk dealer called Unkar Plutt. Took me a moment to find out who that was. And we find out Daisy Ridley's character Ray has a natural connection to the Force. She's gonna become a Jedi. That's awesome to see a woman become a Jedi. We never saw that in the original trilogy. We never saw Leia use a lightsaber. Although we've seen book covers of her holding a lightsaber, we never really got to see her using one, and it's great to see Daisy Ridley's character use a lightsaber. She uses it so darn well in this movie, and she uses the Force so darn well in this movie too, like a natural. When she gets onto the, she and Finn get onto the Millennium Falcon for the first time, they're flying around in it. It's almost like she knows the Millennium Falcon by heart, probably with the help of the Force, and with the fact that she is a bit of a pilot. She knows mechanics very well, and she knows how to fly a ship so darn well. So when Han Solo first meets her, he's taking a liking to her and offers her a job as second mate on the ship, which that is awesome. Let's get to the big spoiler about Han Solo. But I kind of hate the fact that someone mentioned it online, that they were thinking that this was going to happen. I was in denial that this was going to happen. But when we find out that Han Solo's son is Kylo Ren, and General Leia tells Han Solo to go back and get their son, Han Solo is at the base of the First Order, which is this big Death Star called the Star Killer. Yeah, you would think the evil forces would learn by now. Let's not use the Death Star, let's try something else here. But no, they just use an even bigger Death Star called the Star Killer, which is powered by a sun. Yeah, I think they turn a planet into a space station, and it's powered by a nearby star or something. So when Han Solo is in the energy base that's powering the gun of this new Death Star called the Star Killer, he meets up with his son Kylo Ren, and unfortunately, yeah, Kylo Ren kills Han Solo. I just couldn't believe when this happened. I was in such shock, like, no, you gotta be kidding me! I did hear that Harrison Ford wanted his character to die at some point back in the original trilogy, but they said no to it when he was frozen in carbonite, I guess, during Empire Strikes Back. So I guess they decided to complete that here, and to me, I feel this is an earned death. The way they did it was very worthy, being done by his own son, and the way it's done where Han Solo is trying to bring his son back to the light side, but Kylo Ren doesn't want to go back. He wants to continue to be the villain, and he basically wants to sever one of his last ties to his family, so he kills his father. And I was just so sad when I saw Han Solo die. I was like, no! Like a lot of people in their mind were saying the word no, like Luke said it in New Hope, and like Vader says it at the end of Revenge of the Sith. Chewie does roar when he sees Han Solo get killed, and roar, and tries to get a shot off at Kylo Ren. And we do get to see this awesome lightsaber battle at the end of the movie between Kylo Ren and Finn and Rey, which that is awesome. The blue lightsaber, which is actually the original lightsaber of Luke Skywalker from New Hope. How do you explain that? That Luke Skywalker's original lightsaber, which he lost at Cloud City, ends up in Episode 7. And my thought is that the alien with the goggles is probably a descendant from those alien workers on Cloud City that look like pigs. That's my belief, probably. And they picked up the lightsaber from Cloud City. That kind of makes sense if that's what happened. And it was just such a good movie. We don't get enough of this new stormtrooper villain named Captain Phasma. I would have liked to see a little bit more of that villain, but I do believe we're going to get more of that villain in episode 8, which is going to be directed by Ryan Johnson, who directed Looper. So that should be awesome. So definitely go see this movie. This again, because this is the spoiler section now. If you're watching this, you've already seen the movie. You haven't seen the movie, you're watching the spoilers. What the hell is wrong with you? Go see the movie first. And that's all I gotta say for Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens.